Hey, so look, what we're going to do today is talk about 11 side hustles. You name it. Well, I name it. 11 side hustles that you can do from home. But before we get there, let me start here by saying, hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, always ready to jump on here and share some smart things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too with strategy and intention. So if you are new, welcome. I have been a web designer, infopreneur, mentor, and so much more for almost 2 decades now, building websites for people, mentoring, talking about information, products, productivity, and things that you can do to work on building your own business with strategy and intention. New York girl living in a North Carolina world, really transitioning from the 9 to 5 space. I mean, I transitioned from being a side hustle sister myself. I used to be a side hustle girl working 9 to 5 in New York. And then when I had my son 13 years ago, I went from a side hustle sister to a full time work at home mom, left Brooklyn, left New York, came to North Carolina, haven't looked back. So, what I want to do is actually help you get clear about some ways that you guys can make extra money, make more money, supplement your business income by doing some side hustles. And I'm actually going to walk you through some of the kind of things that I have done and continue to do in my business. So, if you're excited about today, I'm excited to have you here. Feel free to share this out because that's what it's all about. You can tag a business bestie. You can, whether you're watching on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, wherever, you can tweet and share and bring your virtual business besties into our building right here. So, all right, y'all, I am going to dive in. Number one, you can become a teacher. Okay. So whether it be teaching or tutoring, funny enough, I am a Columbia University grad. And when I was looking to make some extra money and side hustle my way to success when I was in Columbia, I did all kind of stuff. I worked security, I worked in the library, and I worked as a tutor. I actually going to Columbia, I went to Brooklyn Tech and I was doing tutoring even back when I was in high school. So, one of the things that you can do to successfully make money from home at any age is to teach people. I mean, literally, I make money right now. One of the things I do in my business is by showing people how to build their website, showing people how to create content, how to market, how to do a whole bunch of stuff, webinars, doing, one-on-one private training sessions. These are all things that you can do as an individual, yes, but you can actually become a teacher by working with companies too, right? A lot of people swear by a company called VIP Kid, and there are other platforms out there that are looking for people to teach kids, but there are online platforms like the Udemy platform. That's an online school marketplace where, young people, adults alike, are looking for people with information to share. I mean, I've purchased quite a few courses and trainings on the Udemy, Udemy platform. So you're actually not limited. Me personally, I teach as a solo entrepreneur. So people come to my platform, Sister Sense, and they sign up for the courses that I teach, or they work with me privately. But becoming a teacher is a solid side hustle. It's not going to go away, right? And even thinking about pre-Columbia, pre-high school at Brooklyn Tech, thinking about when I was a kid and my mom used to put me in all of these different programs. I was in like Alvin Ailey Dance School when I was in Brooklyn. I was doing, I remember a piano school, and literally the people who they owned the piano school, it was their home. They had a house, and in the basement, they turned it into a school, and they had all of his kids come and learn piano, right? There's so much that you can do to teach people, teach them how to cook, teach them how to do crafts, teach them how to do music. Sky's the limit. Whatever your expertise is, one awesome side hustle is becoming a teacher. I cannot express that enough because honestly, to me, that's one of the most effective ways to make money. I've been doing it for many years, right? Teaching people from the comfort of my home. Okay. Number two, hey, Carla, thanks for tweeting this out, my dear. Number two, what you can do is you can become a mentor. So I don't know what day it is for you, but today I'm doing this live web class, and literally it's Wednesday for me. And I do clarity calls on Wednesdays. People pay me to talk to me and ask me questions. And you can do this as a coach or a consultant. I don't really classify myself as a coach. I can classify myself as a mentor. Why? Because with almost 2 decades of experience building my own website and building my own online business and transitioning from working full time to working at home, I mentor other people, especially women who want to follow in my footsteps, ask me questions about how I've done things so they can figure out how to apply those strategies to what it is that they're trying to do, right? And I have people who pay me several $100s to sit in and talk to me and get that clarity, right? So for me, I call this another side hustle because, again, my core business is that as a web designer, I build websites for people. And when I think about my gifts and talents in the tech world, the design world, and the information space, these are just other things that I do to supplement my primary income, right? So becoming a mentor, number two, becoming a teacher, number one. Number three on this list is becoming a virtual event host, right? I love the idea of planning events. I love the idea of doing virtual events because you don't have to leave your home. You don't have to pay for a space. You don't have to pay for travel or any of that stuff, right? So I host a lot of different types of events, webinars, workshops, telesummits where you do conference calls. I also host my annual Back to Business conference. It's a virtual experience. Usually I have anywhere between 12 to 20 speakers, and wherever they are in the world, whether they are in the UK or the US or wherever, right? In Hawaii, one of my business besties one year when she spoke, she resides in Hawaii. Wherever they are, they can get on my virtual summit, right? One of my favorite clients, Denise, she had some of her friends come in as attendees and participants to my last Back to Business last year, and she lives in Suriname. So what's great about virtual conferences is that people can participate anywhere they are. There's the limit. There's no cap on how much money you can make. And the reality of the situation is it's more cost effective, number one. And number two, it's way easier for you, to me personally, um, to sell those tickets and to even get your speakers to support you and get people to virtually get their butts in seats for hosting a virtual event. So you can have speakers, or you can host it yourself, or you can just get like a handful, like you and maybe two other people, do a virtual webinar, workshop, 1 day experience, right? And it's a cost effective strategy. Okay. To be honest with you, you could just yourself as a side hustle, like every weekend, do one workshop. Now, keep in mind, let's say you do a webinar workshop and you charge $25, right? To get on a webinar for 2-3 hours and teach people. Literally, if you $25, you get every 4 people who sign up, that's $100 for you. Or let's say you charge $100 for your workshop, your virtual conference, right? For the live and the replays. Every 10 people, that's $1,000. I'm going to be honest with you, the virtual platforms that I use for webinar, like Start Meeting, you can use those platforms for under $50. I mean, for the month. So it's super cost effective to host your own virtual events. And that is number three. Number four, become an affiliate marketer, but become a how-to expert affiliate marketer. What does that mean? There are a lot of ways that you can make money selling other people's stuff. Okay. And one of the interesting things that I learned in my journey as an affiliate marketer is that you can't just simply slap up banners and links to other people's stuff and expect people to buy. One of the most effective ways that I have been able to convert people is by giving them reasons and showing them how to try particular platforms. And when they're excited about those things, they sign up through me, right? A how-to expert, you are showing people how to use these affiliate platforms. So for example, hosting as a web designer, when people come to me and they go, okay, you're going to build my website, what do I need? Okay, well, you need this hosting company. I'm going to show you how to use this hosting company, or you need to sign up for this email marketing platform, or you need to get an online store. I'm going to show you how to use these tools. And if you sign up through me, I make a commission, right? That's an easy side hustle to me, as it supplements and complements the things that I do. So, I mean, think about it. If you watch YouTube, how many people you watch and they do life hacks or they do DIY home decor and they show you how to do things and they say, hey, by the way, if you like what I've just done, you can purchase the things in the description box, and those links, whether those be Amazon links or other kind of affiliate links, they're making money from that, right? So become a how-to expert, teach people how to use some tools and resources that you absolutely love. To me, that's a smart way to bring in some extra revenue. That is number 4 on this list. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Number 5 is to become a self-published author. Yay. I write a lot of stuff. I have self-published ebooks, print books. I have self-published magazines. I have self-published children's books. I have self-published a lot of stuff, right? The majority of the content that I self-publish on platforms like lulu.com, Amazon Kindle, CreateSpace used to be called CreateSpace, and then also on MagCloud, which is a great platform for magazines. And you do print on demand, so you don't have to publish a huge bulk of stuff. You can publish small amounts. To me, it's honestly one of the best ways to write without. I went into self-publishing because I didn't want to get rejected. I didn't want to do traditional publishing and have folks go like, nope, sorry, we don't want that, right? Self-publishing, you write it, you make it perfect, you make it pretty, you put it out there. And again, you can tap into however much profit is based on how much you commit to selling your products and selling those books, whether they be print or digital, or not even just books. People are selling so much. They're self-publishing planners and journals and workbooks, all of which I do too, right? So that's something that you can consider, whether it be Amazon, selling through a marketplace, or selling independently on your website. I sell my books and publications at events. I sell my books and publications to clients. It's just another side hustle you can do, especially if you are somebody who likes to write. Now, I'm going to pause for a second here because I'm going to give you 11. Right now, I'm on 5. Right now, I'm giving you some of the side hustles that personally I do and have done in the past and continue to do to bring in extra revenue into my business, number 1. But number 2, because I know so many entrepreneurs and 9-to-5ers who are looking to transition into building their own businesses, I decided to create what I call the Super Side Hustles training. Literally, inside of this supersized training, I really break down a lot more different types of side hustles and gigs and things that you can do to work at home. So I'm going to do my best to not have you on here forever, ever, and probably for about maybe 10 more minutes, knock out this list of 11 side hustles. But I would love to be able to share in more detail the Super Side Hustle training, which you can find over at sistasense.com/SSH. So Sistasense, that's me, www.sistasense.com/SSH for Super Side Hustles. I'll mention that again. Feel free to drop that into the comment box for me. But the reality of the situation is I don't want to have you on here watching me for 3 hours. So this is not going to be more than like 20, 25 minutes. But outside of that, I definitely wanted to share a more extended training where I really break down other types of side hustles, work at home gigs, and opportunities that you can consider. Okay. So out of curiosity, if you are watching me now, I would love to know if any of these, as I go through this list, if you've tried any of these, if you have questions about some of these, maybe you want me to dig into one and do that as a separate web class. That's what the comment box is for. Okay. So feel free to drop those in there. Okay. And of course, you can feel free to share this out because that's what it's all about. Hey, Miss Higgins is in the building. Miss Weaver is in the building. I see you guys coming in. Love it, love it, love it. Feel free to share this out and tag a business bestie. If you're new to me, hopefully you turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live so that you can jump on here live with me and follow, right? And follow along in this experience. So far we talked about becoming a speaker, mentor, becoming a virtual event host, becoming affiliate a marketer, specifically a how-to expert, self-published author, right? So again, I love to self-publish my own content. Honestly, you don't have to invest hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you like to write, you can keep this thing seriously simple. You can use Canva or you can use Microsoft Google Docs to make your ebooks, right? To turn them into PDFs and pop them on them POD, them print on demand platforms, right? Lulu, Amazon CreateSpace, and MacCloud. Those are three that I use a lot. And I keep it simple, right? These are free and super tools, Canva, Google Docs, that you can use, right, to get started with self-publishing. Now, that actually brings me over to number 6, which is being a freelance designer. Okay. So I told you I'm a web designer, but I use all my gifts and talents. Like I have clients who come to me and say, LaShonda, I'm about to publish my own book. I wrote it. It's in Google Docs, but it's not as pretty as I would like it to be. Can you make it pretty for me? Right? I do layout design, graphics design, web design, you name it, I design it. Right? People come and they ask me for a brand design so I can help them print, their step and repeat boards, their, retractable banners, their tablecloths, all that. If I can design it, I'm going to turn it into something that I can sell. So if you think about that, maybe you're a fashion designer, maybe you're a makeup artist, maybe you do handmade products. I was just talking to one of my lovely ladies. I see her in the virtual building, Miss Lavon. She's got beautiful products over at livevibrantly.com. So Lavon, drop that into the comment box so they can go over to your website and see all your great, good. I have so many handy, crafty sisters in my circle. Use that to your benefit, right? And not only design for yourself, but think about if there are people out there who want your skill set. They pay you. So outside of me self-publishing my own stuff, I help clients, right? One of my clients is a surgeon. He's an amazing doctor. Love him to pieces. We've been working together for years. I've helped him design a magazine for his brand. He came to me one day and said, LaShonda, we have a new children's book series. I helped him work on the children's book so he can upload that to Amazon Kindle. Right now I have another client and she's like, look, LaShonda, I'm about to keynote. I'm a speaker. I'm going to an event. I need you to take my document, my boring little file, and make it pretty so I can print it out as a booklet and sell it at the event. Right? So not only can I self-publish, which is number 5, as a designer, number 6, offering those skill sets to people who want me to design the things that they want to self-publish. That's a whole other market, right? So can you do some form of design? That is number 6, a freelance designer. Number 7 is becoming a content creator, right? So being in a space where not only can you either do the book, right, self-publish, or design it for other people, as a content creator, you can show people how to do that in different ways. So I talked about becoming an affiliate where you're promoting other people's stuff and showing people how to use other services. That was one of the side hustles. When you're in a space where you create content, you can create DIY experiences, right? So what kind of content? Ebooks, courses, right? You can do printables for people. You can create templates. People say, LaShonda, I like how you make your stuff. Can I make something like that? I got you, boo. I have book templates. I have lead magnet templates. I've got social media graphic templates in Google Docs, in slides, in Canva. You got a skill set, baby. You need to take that core and branch out in as many different ways as possible. Okay? You turn them gifts that God has given you into as many revenue income streams as possible. Okay? So I don't have to do 15 different things. I just need to find 15 great ways to do that one thing. Right? So can you become a content creator where you're creating information products, right? So when I'm not talking to people on the phone as a mentor or as a freelance designer working on projects for clients, I am creating digital products, ebooks and courses and masterminds, my workshops, printables, templates, all of these different types of offers. Okay. What can you create? And that's the indirect way. So teaching people directly versus indirectly with those DIY pieces of content that you create. And that's kind of like a twofold experience, because outside of directly selling those courses, just creating content on platforms like Instagram or YouTube or, Facebook, that allows you to market yourself, which is a hustle in and of itself, because you get to market and talk about your other offers. Or if you're selling affiliate content, you get money that way. So it's connected that way, right? Or, there's just so many ways to do it, right? So number 7, become a content creator. Okay. Hey, Anissa, welcome, my dear. Number 8 on this list is to become an advertiser for advertisers. So what does that mean? If you're in a space where you're building up a large enough community, people are following your blog, or they're following you via email, or they're following you on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, eventually people are going to go, man, you've got quite a few people following you. Can you share this out for me? I mean, on my different platforms, I consider myself to be like a micro influencer. I got a couple thousand people here, a couple thousand people there on the different platforms that I've created for my Sister Sense brand and my BBWO Black Business Women Online brand and my Black Moms Club brand. I've got different brands, right? Online, and they have these different pockets of people. And so I oftentimes have advertisers coming to me and say, how much for a sponsored post? How much to, share this email out, or to put this up on your social media for me, right? And you could get paid. Or I've in the past created little packages, and I'll say things like, well, you can do, you can pay this for $50 or $100 to advertise on my website. I don't do ads as much as I used to, just because I'm in a space where my other products sell more for me. But when I was trying to really subsidize and build up my client base, and I had a decent size, at that point, a decent sized community, selling ad space was definitely something that I did more than I do now. But I still honestly get solicited by a lot of people who want me to advertise their stuff on my platforms. And I'm just like, I don't really do that right now. But every now and again, somebody might pitch me, and either the product or the price point will turn my head just enough for me to tap into that side hustle once again. So becoming an advertiser for advertisers, that's number 8. Number 9 is renting your home space. Rent the space that you don't use. Now, I don't rent my space in my home, but I can tell you this. I have quite a few people that I know that one person in particular lives in New York, and New York, hotels are crazy, rent is crazy. So she will sublet her apartment when she's not there using Airbnb. And funny enough, I have my weekend workshops here in North Carolina. Not this one, but there was maybe 2 or 3 ones ago. One of my clients that came out, she wanted to get a budget friendly hotel. And she got an Airbnb. Cute couple, she said, the cutest little couple. They live in a quiet space. I live in a small town. They have a nice home. They got a little bit of acreage. So they do Airbnb for a little bit of extra money. And it was more cost effective for her to stay there for 3 days than at the hotel that I had my workshop at. It was fine. And she was driving. So she drove to the hotel every day. Then she went back to the Airbnb. It was cost effective for her. So if you got some extra space in your home that you can make the most of, make the most of it. Like the little couple that I talked about when I was a kid, they turned their basement into a piano teaching studio, right? When I was pregnant with my son, and New York, basements is just common, right? We actually had our baby shower in a basement of someone whose mom, who owned the home, she turned her basement into a space for meetings and parties, right? So she's making a couple $100 every month, just by, she cleaned up, emptied out the basement. So she's got fold out chairs in there. She's got the bathroom. She's got a little kitchen in there. She keeps it nice and clean. So she's not using the basement. She's making money off of it, right? So Airbnb, using it as extra, use your space, right? Use your space, side hustle. So that's something to consider as well. Now, it's funny because when I think about having a website, and I talk to you about becoming an advertiser for advertisers, when you have your own website or your own, social media platform, and you got a large enough following, having advertisers pay you money, it's kind of like renting out your virtual space, right? Number nine. And then number 10, well, no, that was number 8, and becoming an advertiser for advertisers. And then number 9, renting out your home space is just another way to do that. So whether your virtual space or your actual physical location, that's another side hustle to consider. A lot of people are on the Airbnb platform and they're making good money. So, honey, why not you? Number 9, number 10, become a seller on marketplaces that you can sell used goods. Okay. Another great way to make side hustle. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of stuff that they no longer use, myself included, right? And so I've done little, not all the time, but I've gone to different consignment stores in my area. We've got something called Trade Its, and you can go take your used stuff and you can get some money. My son has old toys and old clothes, and they have so many little stores here that you can go and sell gently used goods for women and children, and they'll review it, see what they like from it, and they'll give you some money for it. There's Facebook Marketplace, there's eBay, there's Amazon. Me and my hubby go on Facebook Marketplace, and folks is always selling stuff locally, right? And you don't have to have people come to your home. You can say, hey, meet me at XYZ location to pick up dot dot dot. You can sell the stuff that you have, or you can, do garage sales. I mean, sell used stuff. Sell what sells, I was good, that's how I got my son's Xbox. Look, for real. I wasn't trying to spend all that doggone money for a new one. And there was a cute little couple. They were like, look, we need diapers more than we need this Xbox. So, hey, for half the price, I got the Xbox controllers, games, and they gave us about 2 or 3 months of Xbox Live. Come on. Things that you don't need. There are probably people out there who would pay you for it, right? And not even just, looking at it from that perspective. I have people who are stylists that I work with, clients who they use a platform like Poshmark, and they sell their clothing on the platform, right? People buy things and flip it, or they sell things they already have that they don't need. Honestly, sometimes I've sold clothes that I've never used, like my kid. When your kids get all of these clothes and gifts, and the tags are still on them and they never wore them because they grew out of them. They are pretty much new. Sell them, right? Utilize those marketplaces where you can sell used goods. That's something that you can consider as well. That's number 10. 11 for me, the last one on this list, is an honorable mention. You can make money from your home dog sitting or babysitting. Okay. No, back in the day when I was a little bit younger, as being the responsible one in my group, I was always the one that people would say, LaShonda, could you babysit them, or can you, tutor them? You're so smart. Again, I'm an Ivy League girl. So, doing all that kind of SAT prep stuff and college prep and helping with resume writing and helping with college application. I did all that for a fee. But I mean, you could do those things from your home. People make a lot of money babysitting. They make a lot of money dog sitting. Now, some of these things I do, everything pretty much, the majority of the stuff on this list I've done. I don't do dog sitting, but I do have a dog and I have a cat and we have reptiles, and I use a platform called Rover, ROVER.com. And you can actually go to Rover through me. I have an affiliate link, citizensense.com/Rover. So there are times when we got to go out of town. I have to go to an event. I got to speak or host one of my events. And maybe my family can't take care of our pets. So Rover, I mean, the dog in particular, because the dog has to get walked every day. And I've got this amazing girl. She's a college student here. And for $30 an hour, I'm sorry, $30 a day, $30 a day, she'll take care of Prin for me. And honestly, there are people that you price what you want to be paid, right? $20, $15, $30, $40, $50, depending upon, your demand and how much people want to work with you specifically. I love her because one of the things that you can do on Rover is, as a consumer, you can say the kind of person you want. If you don't want a person who lives in an apartment, or you don't want a person who has kids, or and basically my little dog is like this tiny. I wanted somebody who did not have kids, who might yank her, or cause her to be stressed out. Somebody who lived alone, who could focus on her. Somebody who was not working. I didn't want her to be in a place where they were gone for hours and hours and she had to pee. She's a college student, so for the most part, she can walk print like 2-3 times a day. Ideal match for me, right? And $30 a day for just basically walking the dog and petting her. She sends me pictures of Prin lying on watching as they watch TV. I mean, it's pretty much easy money. She's a college student, so it's extra money, right? So dog sitting, babysitting, only of course if you like animals and or kids, making extra money, that's just a smart thing to do. And I use that platform. Literally, I had to go to Florida like 3 times back to back. And she was like, wow. I was like, okay, I need you, baby. I need you to take care of this dog one more time. But that's another one. So that's an honorable mention. So, alrighty, my dears, out of curiosity, feel free to let me know which of any of these are interesting to you. Today, I gave you 11 side hustles that you can do from home. Becoming a teacher, number 1, becoming a mentor, number 2, calls over the phone, becoming a virtual event host, number 3, number 4, becoming an affiliate marketer, and becoming really a how-to expert, teaching people how to do certain things like life hacks or use certain resources and tools, and then giving them your affiliate link for that particular thing or things. Number 5, becoming a self-published author. Number 6, becoming a freelance designer. Number 7, becoming a content creator, selling information products, digital products, digital content. Number 8, becoming an advertiser for advertisers, so selling ad space on your platforms. Number 9, renting out your home space, right? Strategically, so if you feel so comfortable and inclined to do so. Number 10, becoming a seller on marketplaces where you can sell used goods, lightly used goods. And 11, becoming a dog sitter or a babysitter. So, I mean, if you love dogs or you love kids, just things that you can do in your free time that don't require you to exert much energy in some cases, but things that you can do that are along the lines of things that you're interested in. Now, there are other side hustles you can do, so I'm probably going to do a number 2, part 2 to this list. If any of these resonate with you, please feel free to let me know, number 1, and of course, number 2. If you have any questions for me about any of these things specifically, you can always email sistasense@gmail.com or drop a comment into the comment box. So like I said before, I do have an extended training. It's called the Super Side Hustles Training. And if you thought I gave you some good today, I dig in way more detail. And I share way more recommendations about so many other things that you can do to match up your passion and your interest and your expertise to side hustles, especially if you're looking to make more money, make extra money, make money, period, because you don't necessarily maybe have a business that you've got right now. The Super Side Hustles Training Experience you can find over at sistasense.com/SSH, which stands for Super Side Hustles. Miss Higgins says, I need to stop giving all the good away for free. Okay, come on now. That strategy, right? You got to learn how to turn off that faucet. I feel you. I always say that at the end of the day, you can tell people, you tell the what and you sell the how. You can tell people what to do, but you sell how to do it. That's a whole other strategy, whole other conversation for another day. But I feel you on that one, Miss Higgins. Definitely something that I can talk about as well. So Levon says, how to expert and self-publishing. Awesome. Good. So I'm glad that you guys were able to jump on here live and get a few recommendations. For those of you catching me on the replay side, always remember to drop into the comment box, #replays rock. And I'll see you guys another day, another time for some more fire, and focus from your girl, Sista Sense. Till next time, take care.